All right, this is Mike at Astro Apostle, and I've been trying to do several videos the last couple of weeks. Um, I was watching Naztronomy, and he was talking about power box controllers, and I think recently, in the last year or so, I think I did a short video on various models of power boxes. I was trying to set up the power box on Star Advent, Skywatcher Star Adventure GTI mount, but the model that I was using, which was the Svbony 240, which was the larger power box controller, the handle to the Vixen plate, the knob or the screw, it just got in the way, and so I wasn't able to use it. I had to use the Mini 240 Mini, but trying to get the Astro PC working, I'm still struggling with that. So I have a gentleman at Starzona in Tucson, Arizona, preparing a 3D bracket for me to attach to the power box so that I am able to mount both the power box controller and the Astro PC. Now, this is a video was about the Svbony SV550 122 millimeter APO Triplet Refractor, and I'm not necessarily going to do a review on the details because there are several individuals who have excellent video reviews on this model telescopes. Now, there are several who did reviews, but they did the 80 millimeter. But again, BD Astronomy, AstroCreation, the narrowband channel, or people who have put on reviews on this 122 millimeter telescope. Now, I've had it since July 2024. I didn't really use it for some reason or another. I don't know why. Kind of had it in the background because I was, I don't know, I was working with ASCAR FMA 180 Pro and the regular FM 180, FMA 180, and then I got into the Svbony SV555 short tube refractors, and really didn't really focus on using this particular telescope. Now, they found it to be an excellent Apple refractor, and since I've gone to it, I really like the images that I'm getting from this particular telescope. It just happens that I'm having tracking and guiding problems with my AM5N mount. For some reason or another, last night my polar alignment was off by 12 degrees right ascension, or 20 degrees right ascension, maybe more than 12 degrees on the declination. I don't know what's going on with my mount. I've contacted CWO support about it. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to resolve this. I really haven't had the mount that long, but it's giving me a problem now. But I caught excellent images of M8 last night, maybe 3 hours on M8, and except for slight issues that I had with my stars, which if you pixel peep me, you're going to say, well, the stars are not round and sharp. But when I just look at it for aesthetic purposes, I really got a good image out of it. Now, again, all three of those reviewers, I mean, they gave good reviews for the telescope itself. I'm like AstroCreation, George at AstroCreation said he would like a way to take away the reducer and just use a flattener so he could use the full 854 millimeter focal length, because with the 0.8 reducer we can only get 683 millimeters, and I'm of the same opinion that if I could get the 854, I would like to get the 854. But nevertheless, again, it's a good telescope. And again, BD Astronomy, he gives detailed explanation on refractors and Svbony's model refractors. I think both he's done the 80 millimeter, he's done the 548p model. The narrowband channel, Ben at the narrowband channel, who died I think last year, he has done a number of videos on this telescope, and from what I gathered from watching his channel, he uses this particular telescope quite a bit. So he, I won't say he gave the highest praise, but he gave praise to the performance of the telescope as well as the manufacturer of the telescope. But again, like I said, if you want a detailed review of the specifications of the telescope itself, then BD Astronomy, Bogdan at BD Astronomy, George at AstroCreation, Astro Backyard, Nico at Nebula Photos, and Naztronomy all have given their reviews of the 80 millimeter and 122 millimeter telescope. Now, I think when I purchased it, it was like $160 or so. I think I paid another, I can't remember, $100 or $125 for the flattener reducer, and just now getting into using it. I forget what I paid for the handle, because when the telescope came, it didn't come with the handle, but I purchased the handle only because of the size of the telescope. It just makes it convenient for me to move it around on a tripod, or when I'm taking it in and out of the soft case that they sold the telescope with. So for those of you who are looking for, we say budget refractor, for visual purposes, I think you can get it for $800 or whatever, even maybe $1,000. I can't remember now what they're selling for. It's an excellent refractor telescope, and for astrophotography purposes, I still think it's a good telescope. And I just kind of hit myself on the head for not having used it more often. I probably would have gotten a lot more deep sky object images, and I just educated myself when I first got the telescope, and I've had it, like I said, 2 years. I can't explain why I really didn't use it, but I'm glad that I'm putting it out now I hope to resolve my mount issue, my mount failing to pull a line correctly. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to get another mount. So, for those of you that are not familiar with refractors, I think the design and manufacture of this SV550 model is a good telescope, and if you do acquire it, I think you'll be satisfied in the performance you're going to get from the telescope. Now, its focal ratio is 5.6 with the reducer, and it's a f7 without the reducer. So, you know, again, with the right setup, polar alignment, with, you know, relatively speaking, good sky, clear sky, and, you know, and no wind. As you can see, the bushes in the back, they're kind of blowing, but usually after 9 or 10 o'clock, the wind settles down to maybe, you know, a mile or two per hour. So I literally can shoot without worrying about the wind shaking the telescope. Which again, I say, I hope that I'll be able to use it tonight and capture either more of the M8 Nebula, or it was M8 and M20. I was able, with the ZWO ASI 2600 Air, I was able to frame them both together, the M20 and M8 Nebulas, and I'll put the image in this video so that you can see, and maybe a couple of the other videos. I believe I've already put them online, but I'll try to add them to this video so that you can see that the response you're going to get from this telescope, I think, is excellent with regard to my experience with telescopes. It's as good as my other refractors. Now, I have two Maxitoff telescopes from Svbony. I have a SET from Celestron, and they're currently being worked on because my stars are just blurry enough for me not to really get as clear an image as you would expect. They're good telescopes, but collimation seems to be an issue with them ever so slightly. So I have the team at Starzona working on them to assist me in fine-tuning the calibration, and I hope to be able to do a review on those, or at least put on the channel some of the images that I'm able to get from them. Again, I focused on the SET and the Maxitoffs because I was just seeking something with a longer focal length. But sometimes maybe worrying about focal length isn't really the thing that you should consider. But learning how to use what you have will allow you to get good images, even if you can't afford the $2,000 DSLR cameras from ZWO, because they're pretty expensive. With the DSLR camera, you can, with this telescope, you can get just as good images as I can try to get with this camera. So I'm just giving my approval with regard to the function and performance of this telescope, and I hope that, you know, I'm saying something that, you know, encourages you, that if you're looking for budget telescope that's going to give you the kind of results that you want, then you might consider purchasing the Svbony line. All right, now this is not a sponsored video. All the equipment that you see right now, I purchased it out of my pocket. They don't send me any items to test and review, but I'm hoping to build the channel up to that level where I don't have to buy everything that I want to use in the hobby. And secondly, if you would give me a like for the videos that you watch from the channel, it would really help me. And if you're not subscribed, I ask you just help the channel out and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave your questions and your comments. You know, of course, I'm watching, and I always respond as quickly as I can when I see your questions. And I just thank those people who recently subscribed that had channels. I subscribe to you as well, so I just appreciate your support. So this is Astro Apostles saying clear skies.